So today we have Japanese Barbie. So once upon a time in the 1980s, this is a 90s doll, but once upon a time in the 1980s, Mattel started the Dolls of the World collection, and it ran for a really super long time. And then they kind of sort of restarted it in the 90s, and this is one of those newer dolls from that point in time. This is Japanese Barbie, and a lot of people had sort of a mixed reaction to her because largely of her face mold. This is the same face mold for Barbie's friend Kira and Barbie's friend Miko. Miko, I believe, was supposed to be Pacific Islander, while Kira was, excuse me for this, Asian nondescript, meaning that they could use the same face mold for a lot of dolls. Like Chinese Barbie, who used the same face mold and same hair. So some people felt like that was taking cultural appropriation to a brand spanking new level. Because it's like you could get a different face mold for each of the different nations that you're trying to represent. I mean, you are Mattel, you can do this. But this was back during the day and age where, like, they were kind of gravitating towards using just the same 6 face molds over and over and over again. So a lot of people gave them a pass. In today's world, I can't see that being repeated. Like, this would definitely ruffle some feathers today. Now, on the flip side, while some people were like, dudes, this is Chinese Barbie in a different outfit, other people were just happy to have something Japanese related that they could use as an educational tool. Collectors of Dolls of the World, some of them were your typical Barbie collectors. Some of us played with our Barbie dolls. I used to have a whole bunch of these. And then some of them would kind of use them as teaching tools. I remember hearing about schools that used to buy up some of the dolls to try and help with teaching world affairs to children. You know, before we had adults who were afraid of learning, like, world history and such. So, the doll did have many uses beyond play patterns, and that's why Dolls of the World were pretty beloved, even when they did stuff that was culturally kind of squick. Other criticisms I've heard are that some of the Dolls of the World had culturally incorrect outfits, or outfits that were almost correct, but you missed one or two things. And some dolls were seen as just plain stereotypical, and you're going to understand what I mean when I flip the box over. These are some of the other dolls in the series. Now, I previously did a short video with my Mexican Barbie, and you get to make your own opinion about that. I just remember being happy when I got her because she has the same hair color as me, and at the time, there were no other dolls that had my hair color. So, just like how I fell in love with my American Girl dolls that have my hair, I fell in love with this doll for the same reason. But as you can see, let me see if I can straighten that up. The picture is kind of fuzzy on the box, so this, for once, is not my camera. But as you can see, both India Barbie and Mexico Barbie have the same Teresa head mold. And very similar hair, just India Barbie's a little bit more lighter skinned. Oh, I said that out loud and just realized what the problem was. So some people might see that as, hey, at least I have representation, and other people are like, you goofed this up bad. I'm going to tell you that this was the 90s. Like, there you can see, copyright 1995. Oh, hey, same year I got that concussion. But, yeah, some people are like, not an excuse, we already had the internet by then, and some people just take it for what it is. You take your pick. I'm not here to throw stones or anything. And then we've got Norwegian Barbie and German Barbie, which also look fairly similar. I used to have this one. I was very upset when I lost her, because my grandmother used to do my mom's hair this way. Which was kind of funny, being that my mom was, like, super dark-skinned and growing up in Harvey, and, like, her mom is literally from Germany, but, you know, things happen, I guess. But yeah, even here, Norwegian Barbie and German Barbie look very similar, just they painted this one's eyes different. But like culturally, these two countries don't really have anything in common. Polynesian Barbie, again, uses the same Kira head mold as Chinese and Japanese Barbie. Bum, bum, bum. Irish Barbie is, well, Barbie, but with Tahitian hair. And then there's, oh yeah, I used to have this one. Native American Barbie. Yeah, for the first couple of waves of Native American Barbie, they did not usually put on the box, I mean, they kind of wrote it on the back of the box that they were loosely supposed to be like Cherokee or Hopi or what have you, but most of them were Native American nondescript or indigenous nondescript. So you can see where they try making an effort, but they don't quite make it. I used to have this one, and there was a second one that came out before that looked the same, but had like dark olive skin, like super dark, and a baby. And it was her baby sister before there was a Chrissy. So yeah, you take that where you're going to take that. So the first one had a blue outfit, and this one was in hot pink. And when you took her out of the box, she was like pink. This wasn't like, oh, it's like a deep berry and it's sort of like a rose. No. This was Barbie. This is a Barbie. And yeah, she did have the Barbie face sculpt, like Irish Barbie here, but in Teresa's colors. So yeah, they had a whole lot of these for a lot of different countries, and they kind of reused a lot of the same face molds, and some people either thought it was funny or cute, and some people thought it was culturally appropriative. You get to make your own decisions. I'm not going to tell you what to think. So let's go ahead and move on. On the back of each box, they would tell kind of a story, and it was supposed to be written from the doll's point of view, like she's writing you a "hello, my name is" kind of letter. Hello, my name is Japanese Barbie. This implies that my mother named me Japanese Barbie, and that's on my driver's license. I would like to welcome you to Japan, a country of more than 3,000 islands off of the east coast of Asia. 4 islands have most of the people, including the island of Honshu, where the capital city of Tokyo is. I'm like 90% sure that they call it Nippon over there, but I'm going to allow it just this once. Japan is a country of many traditions and much history. When you visit, you will notice that everyone bows to each other when they meet and say goodbye. The deepest bows are reserved for the most respected people like grandparents and teachers. Chanoyu, the beautiful tea ceremony, is an art form and part of Japanese life. The purpose of the ceremony is to spend time with friends who enjoy beauty and harmony and to cleanse the mind of worries. By the way, if anybody wants to correct this story, please do that in the comments. I fully welcome that, and I'll be approving a lot of them. Tea is served in beautiful pottery, and even the house where the tea ceremony is held has been designated for just that purpose. Now you guys understand that one episode of Sailor Moon. That's episode 104, by the way. Our houses in Japan have been designed to meet our unique space needs. We have a big population in a small space. Walls are made of light wood and have paper panels called shojis that slide open. We like to sleep on thick comforters called futons that we roll up and put away during the day. I feel like I should point this out because some of you who are Sailor Moon fans are already typing this. I'm going to beat you to it. Not everyone in Japan lives exactly like this, but carry on. The Japanese language is very old and consists of characters that represent images and sounds. A 6th grade student must learn over 900 characters. It is a beautiful language that has many different ways to say what we feel. The characters here mean harmony, the single most important concept in Japanese life, everyone living together happily. It's been a little while since the last time I had to read kanji, so I hope that's actually right. Kanji is my least favorite writing to read. I'm usually better at reading hiragana. Kanji kind of gives me some troubles. I've made some misspellings before. Rice is the main food in our diet. Uh-oh. We serve it with almost everything in pretty bowls, and we eat it with chopsticks, 2 wooden sticks of the same length that we hold in one hand. Fish is another favorite food in Japan. Sometimes we eat it raw, sashimi, or fried or boiled. Try some when you visit. Oh, I feel like something's not right. I would like to tell you a little bit about my beautiful kimono. Okay. In Japan, we believe wearing a kimono makes everyone feel happy. I feel like that's not accurate. Japanese women wear a kimono on several special occasions. Girls' Day on March 3rd, a 20th birthday coming out party, wedding ceremonies, New Year's Day, and when performing the arts of tea ceremony and flower arranging. My kimono is authentically styled in coral, pink, and lavender with my obi, wide sash, tied in a special way. I am also wearing the traditional kimono slippers and white socks. Japan is a beautiful country with much to see and learn. I hope you will come to visit us soon. Sayonara. Goodbye. Does anybody else feel a little bit squick? Like, I'm not going to lie and say I'm an expert or anything, just I feel like we could do a better job. If you would like to post in the comments, after Googling, of course, how much of this is accurate and how much of this is not, please do so. I want to make sure everybody gets a good education on this. But let's move past the, I think this could have used a copy editor point, and we're going to take a look at the doll. And yep, I am definitely unboxing because as you folks know, and I'm going to post the link again in the description, I am all for decarding these dolls because these boxes are starting to turn toxic. Now, unlike other collector Barbie dolls, the dolls of the world were usually put into regular Barbie boxes. So if you've not seen a normal Barbie box from the 90s being opened, you're in for a bit of a treat. So we start off with some glue dots, which used to be harder to open, but now that the box is aged toxically, it's a snap to pop apart. We can see her very pretty little bow and a ponytail that's probably gonna have to be replaced. Yeah, that's disintegrating fugly. So now we're gonna pull the box up and out. Here is the back of the box, and this piece of paper here is for the 2-year limited warranty, which we all know has long since expired, so that can be recycled into something new. And we've got our plastic-coated metal twist ties that are actually in pretty good shape. I'm very happy to see that, considering, you know, this is a doll from 1995. Her hair has been sewn in using this plastic strap, so I'm going to have to pull that out carefully. She's been sewn in. This is where they sewed her costume in and then taped over it because they really don't want her getting out. And then they looped it around where her stand is and taped that too. This is overkill. But let's take a look at her before we pull her out of the box. And see, she's got sort of olive-colored eyes. They're not quite green and they're not really brown. Shiny black hair, pretty bow. There's her obi. They gave her a pearl ring. Socks. This is the first time I've ever had any Barbie doll ever with these kind of sandals. Usually Barbie sandals, they're like little pieces of fabric that get lost, but these are actually plastic. And then we've got her brush, of course. Oh, wow, that popped out. Oh yeah, that plastic's got to go. That popped right out. Then she's got her socks, and her stand is tucked underneath. So let's get her free from this prison. Okay, so I freed her accessories first. The stand pretty much popped out on its own. So there's her Cooch Rider. You'll understand what I mean momentarily by that. And these are very different Barbie slippers. I've never had any like this before. So this will be interesting getting it on the doll. And I'm still working on that. Bear with me. Okay, Mattel, help me understand what's going on here. So first and foremost, behind the doll, there is a wadded up, doubled up piece of tissue paper. Is this in case you want to pull her out of the box, put her in a gift bag, and like cover her with tissue paper for a regifting? What is this? I don't remember ever opening another Barbie box like this. I am really, really confused. So she had a lot more strings than what I saw initially sewn to the box. So this took longer than it should have to get her completely open. Then I see that the twisty ties don't just hold her down, they're also twisted around her like handcuffs, like you're afraid the doll's going to escape. Is this to stop somebody from stealing the doll, or is this to stop the doll from escaping, I wonder? So then I felt something poke me when I thought I was all done, and oh, look at this. They have another wire, and it's inside her clothes. They strung this through the doll's clothes to the other side. So I have to actually undress the doll to get the last of this off of her so I can get her onto her stand. And then you might be wondering, you know, oh, by the way, there's her hair tie, and yeah, that's going to have to go. That's just looking grody. She deserves better than that. So then you must be wondering, you know, how does the outfit look outside the box? Well, check this out. They sewed her sleeves to the bottom of the skirt. Now, I've been watching anime since I was a newborn. I have no memory of anybody's outfit being sewn like this. If I'm wrong, I am begging you, please correct me in the credits if you've ever seen an outfit like this in real life, where it was sewn to the bottom like that. Go ahead and tell me. Just correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of don't think that's how it's supposed to go. So, let me see if I can get this out of her and get her onto her stand. Okay, I know some cultural appropriation just happened, so check this out. So, her obi is barely sewn together, so it's not a big repair. You just kind of like do like a little stitch under here to this part, and like you can hide it. It won't be too noticeable. That's not the main issue. Check this out, though. So we take off her obi, sort of, and then this is a two-parter. This is a shirt sewn to a skirt, and then the sleeves are sewn to the skirt. Again, I'm not an expert here, but I'm fairly certain this is culturally inappropriate. Let's pull the wire out. And you're wondering, why didn't I fully undress the doll, right? Well, get this. So the obi comes across via Velcro the way Barbie clothes used to be, okay? As for the rest of this, it's sewn onto the doll. This is, unless I've made a mistake here, let's see. Okay, I see it. So there's these two little plastic snaps. Well, one little plastic snap here. And then, I guess, peekaboo. I guess you could take it off this way, but like they sewed it shut here. So you would have to pop this thread in order to pop this off of her and change her outfit. And then they have printed on undies, which my mom hated these. When they started printing underwear onto the Barbie dolls, my mom actually hated it because they didn't used to paint it. They would just leave it flesh color, and my mom said it looks like, you know, you've got a disease. And then I guess if you popped it apart, you could slide it off of her. But this is a lot of work, and I still have to get her onto that stand. So hold on, let me see what I can do about this. Oh yeah, confirmation, by the way, that this is a 1995 Barbie. You've got that genuine Barbie sewn in tag, because Mattel wants you to know they are proud of their work. I'm going to have to get this off of her because that is falling apart. Yeah, that little rubber band has seen better centuries. I mean, granted this doll was produced during Clinton's first term, but yeah, I'm going to have to unknot this ribbon and wash her hair because if I don't, this is going to crust inward, and then I'm just going to have to reroute, and I don't feel like doing that. So before we do bath time, I will say her hair still feels brand new, and it's very silky. It's soft in parts and silky in others, so this won't take much effort at all to just shampoo and condition. So I'm just gonna like put the shampoo through her hair, wash it, and then leave the conditioner in for 5 minutes, and then style her hair, and should be all right. So real quick, this is what her makeup looks like. Matches the outfit they put her in. I'm being very cautious about using the word kimono or yukata because I kind of feel like they missed the boat here. Again, if I'm wrong, correct me. But that's the facial screening they gave her. And now it's bath time. Okay, so in order for the doll to use this stand properly, you have to rest her crotch onto the stick and wiggle it until it's up the skirt and it's holding her in place. I kind of don't think that's very, ladylike. I think if I was a doll, I'd be really uncomfortable with that. And then as for these sandals, I really had to wrestle her feet into them. It seemed like the sock took to them okay, more than her actual feet. And this was a cute idea to a point, but Barbie's toes are usually just kind of like formed together. She doesn't have separate toes. So I think that's why this concept doesn't quite work the way they thought it did. I've gotten it to work, but I'm not going to be surprised if these shoes fall off. Like the sticker that was not placed properly on the stand and is actually the wrong size, I had to like really push this back down, and thankfully the 1995 glue was still sticky enough I could make it work, so I don't think it'll be coming back up again. I took out the last of the packaging strings, which kind of gave her a very low cut top there. And then after I washed her hair and I brushed her hair, I tied her bow like a little headband. So you can either use this as a ponytail or as a headband. And I think she looks a little more girly and cute with the headband, don't you? So there you have it. This is Japanese Barbie, as appropriated by Mattel in 1995. Give me your honest opinions. What do you think? Do you think she's cute and adorable? Do you think that she's really pretty? Do you think that Mattel probably could have tried a little bit harder with, like, not sewing her sleeves to her skirt? What do you think of the overall design and how they presented this? I guess you could say they tried, but it's like, I understand why she has fans, and I also understand why people were, I'm sure the comments will finish my sentence for me. But let me know your honest opinions in the comments, and also, once again, if you spotted some inaccuracies and untruths with that back of the box story, I'm begging you to comment, and please link sources. Please post lots of links, because the more links I see, the better. And that would really help people out with getting like a really good education on this. And also, if you can tag videos that would much better go over Japanese history in pertaining to what Mattel brought up, please, 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 please link those as well. Because the more education we have, I feel the better. But anywho, thank you for watching and for sticking with me through this. I'll see you soon.